Hi everyone, welcome to First Phase Capital. This is Mark, and today I'm with Mike Stark, President and CEO of Arizona Silver Exploration, a mining exploration company focused on the Western United States. How are you, Mike?
I'm doing very well, thank you.
So to begin with, could you develop more Arizona Silver?
Sure. Arizona Silver is a young exploration company that I believe is now going to start showing the next emerging discovery in Arizona. We have a very large property, 2,400 acres, in which we now have 112 holes into the system, and we've got a very flattering resource being built. And we've only looked at 40 acres of this 2,400 acres so far.
Okay, so your projects are located in Arizona and Nevada, right? So could you tell us what are the benefits to do mining there?
Uh, Basically, Arizona is the #2 mining district in the world, Nevada being #1. I'm very encouraged with this. This is something that Greg Hahn, my VP of Exploration, has set up years ago, by the way, that we wanted to be in safe jurisdictions, and we are. We've got a very friendly area. The region is full. We have every claim in the neighborhood has been signed and posted and staked. But more importantly, the actual mining area within 10 miles, we have 2 operating mines. One is under care and maintenance, by the way, but the region is rich in mineralization. So we're very happy to be here.
And out of all your projects, which one are you the most excited about now and why?
Great. We're really strictly focusing on our Philadelphia property. Biggest reason is it's our biggest return for shareholder value. We are continuously hitting mineralization with every single drill hole, and the resource is getting bigger. We're trying to model, and we have been modeling the Oatman District area, where the deeper you go, potentially, I'm being careful, the bigger and the better the grade will be. That is being evident in our drill results. Our most recent has returned 72.5 grams for almost 5.5 feet thick. That's a beautiful intercept.
Indeed. Now let's focus more on the team, the one leading the company. Could you walk us through the current team? Talk about their experience, their backgrounds, any other information?
Sure. We have continuously upgraded and improved our team. We have obviously Greg Hahn, VP of our exploration. Greg is 43 years in the business. He'll hate me saying that. Built, operated 3 mines in his lifetime. This is not going to happen here. We will sell the project. However, the experience, the knowledge, the know-how, and how to get there is well understood by Greg. We also have Gene Spearing, well-engineered, educated in the geology field, over 35 years in the business, been with some very successful companies, and again, believes that we're onto something rather significant here with our Philadelphia project. We also have Jim Engel, newest director on the team. Jim is very experienced in the financing area. I believe the number is well over $117 million in financing, $170 million in financing, excuse me. Very capable, great outreach. Jim has been a great asset to the team, recent director as well. We have a couple of board advisors now, improved the team's basis, and that is Yale Simpson and Tom. Tom is now migrated into the mining area, which is where we've met. And then we also have Yale Simpson on board, and Yale's been established 2 companies in the previous that have been both sold to majors, one of them being Extory and the other one being Exeter. So our team is continuously evolving, getting better and better, but it's also quite flattering. These boys came to us because of what we have, and they see the upside potential here.
It sounds very exciting. Now let's dive more into the financials. All the investors always enjoyed Arizona Silver because the way they use their cash. But for those who don't know, could you tell us how you are using it?
I'd be glad to. This is one of the proudest moments. If you ever do take the time to look at our financials, you'll see that we're not a lifestyle company. There's no question about that. We actively look for means of stretching every dollar. About 80 to 85% of every dollar invested in this company goes into the ground. Why? Simply, we're one of the largest shareholders, management, and therefore, why wouldn't we want to return the biggest value we can? I'm not a believer in spending money on various levels of things that are supposed to improve. I'd rather just continue to drill and have that improvement in the ground, which is the resource, which ultimately somebody will look at in the future to take out. If 80% of our dollar goes in the ground, then that means that you are assured it's not going into lifestyle, it's not going into management as salary. And again, have a look at our financials. We do not pay ourselves, but I'm also a major shareholder of the company, which will return my value in the future.
And what about the share structure? Because it's also an important factor for investors. So could you describe it? And if we could go deeper, if you guys have warrants options, it would be great.
I'd be glad on this. This is what, again, we're only 71 million shares out. Management owns 28% of that. We have one institution at 9.9%. We have roughly 41% spread out between family and friends. These are close associates that have been with us for numbers of years, and we've either know them or been associated with them for numerous years. And then we have about a small 20 to 22% holding in the retail sector. That allows this company to gap up significantly on milestones or on great investments great investment. What I'm seeing now is a lackluster of the sector, and we're not alone. There's every company out there has been beaten up pretty badly, matter of fact. But I do see a resurgence coming. We've had a significant amount of interest in the company as of late. Matter of fact, we've increased our CAs, which are confidential agreements between companies. That shows me that we're doing something very right, and I'm pleased about that. Greg has done an amazing job of putting together things on a very tight budget, very limited amount of funds, but that's kept our share structure tight. And therefore, we're not 150 million, 200 million shares out. We're only 71 million shares out.
Sounds very exciting. And now going to the fall, could you tell us what are the company's highlights and strengths you would like to share?
Sure. We have a 30-hole program commencing soon, I hope. We're in the midst of discussions with drilling companies. The temperature in the summer is just outrageously hot. Matter of fact, over 120 degrees a couple of times this year. 128, I think, was the high. That's just simply too hot for not only machinery, but personnel as well. So that is in the near future. The pads are ready. It's permitted already. We're just waiting for the announcement of the confirmed drill rig that we can start advancing on this. Beyond that, we have a 40-hole program that we're awaiting our BLM permits on. That is about to be announced, I believe, before maybe the end of September at the latest. Everything's been basically documented, signed off on. We're waiting for the reply from the BLM. So for the future, we've got a long list of activity drilling. I mean, between those two alone, that's over 70 holes in the program. So that'll bring us to almost 200 holes into this system, a great advancement over the next year and a half time.
And in longer time frame, what could investors expect, short and medium term?
I think being careful, I think we're in one of the best positions we've ever been in. The drill continues to hit good mineralization, again, mineable material as well. But in the near term, we're closer to the end than we were, let's say, 8 months ago. And I think that's a real credit to the team working and striding to put more value in the ground as much as we can. And we're seeing good returns, really good returns. And again, take a look at the results. They speak for themselves. Once we infill this little area called the Reseca claim, we'll have 1.7 kilometers of continuous strike length. Now, the next set of drills going deeper will hopefully prove, and I say that with great concern, you never know, but I'm very confident that this vein continues down at an angle, and it may go down several hundred feet. That's yet to be determined, but results that we've got as of late certainly indicate that it's continuous and the grades are getting better.
And now let's give us more time. Let's take 5 years. What would you see the company at? Would you see about that, or would you guys be producing on your own?
That's a bold statement to make, but I can pretty much guarantee we will not be here in 5 years' time. We will be bought out by then. The time frame between now and then, I won't predict. I'm not a guy that's going to go out and guess and be wrong. But again, with the level of activity that's currently on the company and the interest that's being shown, I see more strong activity here leading going forward, and a time frame of 5 years is not relative. It won't be acceptable in my mind. I think it's going to happen a lot quicker than that. There's actively a lot of people looking for good opportunities right now, because I believe we're at the bottom of the market. And if that's in fact the case, there should be only upside from here.
Thank you. And finally, sorry?
Go ahead. Sorry.
Oh, okay. And finally, anything else you'd like to let investors know about the company?
I don't think you can find a better company to invest in this time, just because of the fact that this discovery is getting bigger. Management is committed, and the value here now is one of the best times to get in. Our share price has been significantly higher before, and I believe we're going to go back and beyond that in the near future. This is a good time to be involved in the sector.
Awesome. Looking forward to the company's future. Thank you again a lot, Mike.
My pleasure. Thank you, Mark.